Hello there, everyone. Pearl Jr. here. I like to thank everybody for the Happy Mother's Day wishes. I already thanked you for the birthday wishes, but I hoped everybody had a great Mother's Day. I've been working on an outside project. The last couple of days, Cecil's been waiting on me to work on a Live 5, but a Live 5 is still coming. We're still working on it. I'm just moving some things around. I got the music from my son and from CJ Livermore. Thank you. That's out in the UK. And I've got to add that. We got to add the credits. I'm just going to add to the credits that we already have. So everyone still gets to have their name in the credits, even though I didn't get that much from people for the Live 5. But still, I think that we're a family here, right? Like Michael said, we're a family here. And we are upset as the Michael Jackson family. That's what Prince Roger Nelson used to call it, a family, right? We're upset about the Cascios, right? And their extortion plot. They are full-blown, straight-up liars. Liars, okay? They're greedy and they're money hungry. And I'm going to explain how I got to that conclusion. Number one, the father worked at the Hemsley Palace, which was like a really, really bougie hotel. Leona Hemsley owned it. She was like a billionaire before they were billionaires, okay? And he was the manager there, their father. They had 5 kids. 4 boys and a girl, okay? 1 girl. I thought it was 3 boys and 2 girls, but it's 1 girl and 4 boys. They did an interview out of the country. I don't even want to promote with who or where. I better. 60 Minutes Australia. Give them credit, right? The lady who was interviewing them, a lot of times when I looked at her, she was like, oh, brother. Like she didn't believe him. Okay, but she still did the interview. Right? She still did the interview. I don't know if the Cascios or their parents are still alive. Connie and I think Aldo Sr., forget what the father's name, but Connie is, I think, the mother. But I looked and there were no reports of their death. Another Cascio family member had died, but it wasn't their parents, the 4 boys and the 5 girls. Okay. So anyway, oh my goodness, I'm getting hot now. I don't want to turn on the fan, but anyway, if I sweat, it's just because it's getting hot. All right. So let's talk about the Cascios. The girl, you know who she's married to? Thank you for sending it to me, because when people send me stuff privately, I don't give them credit unless they ask for it. Because if you sent it to me privately instead of posting it publicly, that means that you want it to be private. At least that's kind of my motto. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I remember, sometimes I don't. But so she let me know that the guy that was involved with Eddie Cascio and the 3 alleged fake songs, that's her husband. James Porte is Maria Nicole's husband. It's her husband. That's what I read. James Porte, I think that's his name. Let's look at that real quick. And then I got a lot of things to tell you, so hopefully I won't be here very long because I got other things to do. James Porte, married to Marie Nicole Cascio. I think that's who it is. Okay. James Porte has married, Marie Nicole Cascio. Okay. So they've already been involved with the 3 Michael songs on the Michael album. Remember that? Monster, Keep Your Head Up, and what was it? Monster, Keep Your Head Up, and Breaking News. Okay. I think those are the 3 songs. I know it's Monster, Keep Your Head Up, and I'm pretty sure it's Breaking News too. Faking, Breaking News, which was Michael's dead. Faking, Breaking News. Okay. But anyway. So yeah, so they been married. Let's see how long they've been married. Let's see if they say that. They've been married 2 months ago, and this article was published 12 years ago. So they've been married since around 2014. The news of the marriage comes less than 2 months after Mr. Pote and Mr. Cascio were slapped with an explosive fraud suit in June. The suit centers around the authenticity of a collection of songs that Pote and Cascio sold to the Jackson estate and Sony, 3 of which were commercially released as genuine Jackson recordings. The 3 songs are Breaking News, Monster, and Keep Your Head Up. That album was released on my mother's birthday, December 10th, 2010. Okay? Michael album, Michael movie. Okay, just bringing it up. Okay. So anyway, apparently, the reports is that it wasn't really Michael singing, even though Eddie said that they recorded him in 2007, and they recorded him while Michael stayed in their basement, in their basement with Paris and Prince and BG, all 3 of them. Okay, they lived in the Cassios basement and they recorded the songs. Okay, that's the story, right? So, a woman by the name of Vera Servio, what is Vera's name? Lawsuit. She sued. Vera sued Sony over fake Michael songs. Let's see what her last name is. Her name is Vera. Oh, here we go. Her Sony Vera Serova. Her name is Serova. Okay, Serova. And she had said, Vera Serova, yeah, that's her. She said in the Supreme Court of California, Vera Serova versus Sony Music, defendants are Justice Jenkins, authorized opinion, blah, blah, blah. But apparently who were signed onto the lawsuit were Cascios, James Forte, Eddie Cascio, the Sony Music, and also Sony Music and the Michael Jackson estate, and they had some company with some name. Okay, so over the 3 songs. So for years they kept dismissing her and putting her aside, dismissing her, putting her aside, dismissing her, putting her aside. Then she was going to go all the way up to the California Supreme Court, and I think the district attorney has said he's going to allow it. Okay, and that's when they decided to settle. So it was a confidential settlement. I don't think any money changed hands. Vera didn't get any money, apparently, reportedly. And what they decided to do was take those 3 songs off of the streaming platforms. If you have the Michael album with those songs, you just have those songs, okay? But they stopped selling those songs. I don't know if you buy a new Michael album. Let's look on the new Michael album. Not the Michael album 2010. Let's see what songs come up when you buy the actual Amazon. Okay, let's do Amazon. Now you got to remember, during this time of the fake songs, Michael signed a big deal with Sony for $250 million. So with those 3 songs included, it didn't say how much. But I would say that the state and Sony probably paid him anywhere from $10 to $20 million for those 3 songs. Okay. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. So Amazon. So let's see the Michael album. I want the Amazon. I want to see Amazon, Michael, Amazon Music. Okay. So this one here. So let's see what the songs are. Yeah, they're still on there. Hold My Hand, Hollywood Tonight, Keep Your Head Up. I Like the Way You Love Me, Monster, Best of Joy, Breaking News, I Can't Make It Another Day with Lenny Kravitz, Behind the Mask, and Much Too Soon. So the 3 songs are still on the album that is apparently still for sale. But you can't get the 3 songs on the streaming sites, okay? So that was their deal, and she walked away happy that she, said it, but I don't know if they ever said that they were fake. I don't think they ever proved it. They were fake. Now, Jason Malachi, he's in my first Alive. Alive is Michael Jackson Really Dead. I have Jason Malachi in there. Jason Malachi, if you scramble all the letters, it does have the Michael Jackson in it, right? Jason, Jason, So if you put that together and you look at it, you can smell Michael Jackson out of that. Okay, Jason Malachi. So when this song came out, Let Me Let Go, which was by Jason Malachi, Let Me Let Go. This was released, Jason, Malachi. This was released in 2010, but he says his real name is Jason Cupetto, and that's supposed to be the same person. So Let Me Let Go has a copyright of 2010, but I remember it being released before the death announcement, around 2008. I remember that, right? So let me see if there's a Wikipedia on Jason on this. Let Me Let Go. But anyway, it sounds like the same voice that's in Monster, Keep Your Head Up, and Breaking News, Faking Breaking News, right? And so Cecil and I had found out that Jason Malachi was performing in Vegas, right? So we want to know, does he really sound like that, right? So we go to Las Vegas to hear him perform, to see him perform, to see if he was performing to a track or if he was singing live. Because I wanted to know. Well, we discovered that he sang 2 tracks. He did not sing live. Okay, so is there a game being played? What I was thinking was, were those 3 songs really Michael Jackson playing games with us with Let Me Let Go? Kind of apropos, whatever that word is, because Let Me Let Go, right? Michael faking his death, let me let go, right? Because that's the name of the song, right? And I'm thinking that it was a plot. So people buy the album and go, is this Michael or is it not Michael? Is it Michael or is it not Michael, right? So I don't know, but apparently the songs were never proven to be fake. The one thing that you don't want in a lawsuit is for someone to get discovery. Once they get discovery, they could subpoena all kinds of stuff that they consider relevant to their case. So that's why they decided to settle, and the agreement was to take them off the streaming sites. There was no reports that Eddie and Nicole's husband had to give the money back. Okay, that they got from Sony and the Michael Jackson estate. Okay, so that gives you a little background. After Michael was announced dead by his brother Jermaine, wearing a shirt called while wearing a shirt that says Living as King, right? Soon after, the Cascio family started auctioning off stuff. Okay, so now they're making money off of the songs. Now they're trying to auction some of the stuff, and I think it included Michael's underwear. Okay. Cascio auctioning Michael Jackson things. Okay, let's see what comes up. Michael Jackson's pal, Frank Cascio, accused of shaking the estate. No, we don't want that. We want the other stuff. Before we get to it. But I think that they auctioned, when did the Cascios, let's look up, when did the Cascios auction Michael Jackson's things? Let's see. The April 2017, they included personal memorabilia and collectibles associated with the late pop star. Okay, so it's saying 2017 is when they auctioned stuff off. So we got them making money off of the songs, right? Also, it was supposed to be that Michael financed their restaurant. Okay, that's closed now. Their restaurant. That Michael was the main investor or gave money for them to start a restaurant, reportedly. Okay, so what items were included in the memorabilia? And I think it says a wig, a tuxedo jacket, a blue Christian Dior robe, a red shirt, a cassette labeled piano ideas. Additionally, there were stage socks worn during the Bad Tour, a black sequins jacket from the Victory Tour. See more results. Okay. Let's see what else. What else is coming? Personal items. Okay. Well, that's what they supposedly auctioned off. Okay. So, so they're making money off of Michael, millions, right? So then we learn around 2019, after leaving Neverland, they say, we were molested too. Right? Because now they're living the lifestyle, right? If they got a big $10-20 million pickoff, Eddie and James Forte, right? Nicole's husband, right? Frank wrote the book, Michael, My Friend, that didn't do so well, right? Frank was shopping a miniseries pertaining to their relationship with Michael Jackson. Meanwhile, all this is happening until 2009. Michael is the greatest guy ever, right? For 40 years, Michael's the greatest guy ever. Well, 35, because you got to minus the last 5-6 years. Okay? Michael's the greatest guy ever. He never molests, ever, 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 ever. Leaving Neverland after their 5-year deal, well, each of them got incrementally for 5 years a total of 2.8 million. It probably was 2.85 million, because I've seen people say it's 16 million altogether. So 2.8-ish million apiece, right? The money ran out in 2025, right? 2025. All right. So then now they're going back and asking for 213 million, right? Frank signed a non-disclosure act, and it said the estate is paying you for the life rights for the movie, for the rights to your story, which is true. Okay. That's what their NDA says, right? But now it's molestation. So not only did he molest Frank and his 3 brothers, and Aldo's, one of them is ridiculous. Trying to cry when he can't even cry, no tears came out, no nothing. Okay? Oh, he's the no, God no, God no. No, he's the worst guy ever. Right? Right? And guess what? Out of 7 of them, right? 5 children for 30 years. 7. Because they say Michael was trying to molest them up into 2009. Up into days before he was announced dead. Come on over. Adults, right? Come on over. Let's get it on, right? He's molesting them as children all the way to adulthood, which is not a pattern, okay? And the girl, to where he's looking in her coochie, right? Because, and one of them said, oh, and he drank my urine, okay? They are some mean, evil people. Michael had a bad judge of character. Okay. So anyway, so we've gotten them having millions of dollars being associated with Michael Jackson. Millions, right? And they want more. Now, the estate is saying that Frank broke the non-disclosure agreement. And the non-disclosure agreement is like, hush your mouth, don't say nothing, right? And he signed it. And it also said, if we have a problem, it's going to be handled in arbitration. Arbitration means one person decides. You tell your side of the story, you tell your side of the story, and it's usually a judge. It's usually a judge or some kind of professional, okay, in that field that you both agree, yeah, we're going to let this person decide our case. Okay, so Frank is still, and the courts have upheld the NDA. So Frank wasn't in this 60-minute documentary. Only 4 of them were, right? 4 of them. So, and now he's molesting a girl. A girl too. Okay, so they're gone above and beyond. 60 Minutes said that it was some of the accusations are so over the top that they didn't even air them. But you aired the drink and the pee, though, which is absurd. It's absurd. Absurd. Right? Absurd. Right? Why? You know. And they were supposed to be molested at Liz Taylor's house and Elton John's house. Liz ain't here. And Elton already said something bad, that Michael had mental problems. So they thinking they can find a friend with Elton, right? And Liz can't say nothing. She did, right? Okay. So we have so far 5 of them molested, 2 parents, and 2 celebrities. Nobody saw nothing for 30 years. How is that possible? And molesting all the time. All the time. Remember, there were trials. There were investigations. Nothing ever showed up that Michael molested them. Nothing ever showed up. There were lying people. But I don't think they were talking about Frank Cascio, because Frank Cascio, he was, of the way that I remember him through the 2005 trial, is that he was a chaperone when the Arvizo spent the night. He was the adult in the room because probably he was crying broke. Michael hired him as his manager temporarily. Okay, so they're a family that likes money, because why the hell did you put in an application to work at the Hensley Palace if you ain't into money? Right? If you ain't into money, being around money, why are you working at the Hensley Palace, where Michael Jackson would often stay? So we know it's woo-woo, Richie Rich, right? They into money. Michael thought that they were nice and they were a nice family, and he hung with them. He go over there because it got to be somewhere. I remember Michael saying that. Why Michael hang around with you? Michael said, I got to be somewhere on earth. I got to be somewhere. So he thought he would hang out and be silly and have kids as friends. He didn't think that they was going to turn on him for money, and a lot of money. Okay, and especially get this grotesque. Okay, I don't believe them at all. Not a bit. Okay, so Jason Malachi, I told you, he was sung to a track, so I don't know. And so I don't know if those songs were ever proven to be fake. It was proven that they didn't want discovery. That's what's proven. So they cut a deal quickly to squash the lawsuit and take those off. And that was signaling to us that they're not legitimate songs, but were they? I don't know. Never proven. Okay. But, and the estate never wanted the money back. The 10, 20 million for the fake songs, they never wanted the money back. Now, Nicole did say, Marie Nicole, in the 60-minute hit piece, she said now they want the $2.8 million back. Yeah, of course. You broke the NDA. That's what we were paying you to shut your mouth. And I understand why, because John Branco don't know that Michael molested them. So it wasn't guilt money. It was just that they couldn't take, at the time of leaving Neverland, another accusation coming out saying Michael molested them, because James and Wade mostly, Ollie oxen free. Time to get paid. Come on. Who want to say Michael molested them? The more of us that say it, the more that happen, the more you can get paid. Right? So we know James jumped on Wade's bandwagon, and they also did an Ollie oxen free in the 60-minute Australia interview. Okay. Now, if I was the estate, I'd look for every law in the book and find a way, because you can't defame somebody who's considered deceased. Can't defame them. But they're costing the heirs money. Whoa, 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 whoa. But who are the heirs? Paris acting like she ain't no longer an heir. She hanging around. She's still friends following the Cascios. At least somebody told me that. Okay. On social media. And so is Omar. And Omar and Paris are here. Omar was nowhere around. Where's Dante? That's what I want to know. Omar's hanging with Paris. Paris already poo-pooed the movie. We already know she out for blood. Why would she do that if that's her money? Why if she got to split her money 3 ways, why would she go out and try not to let the estate make money? And why is she siding with people? Because I believe Omar did the Oli oxen free. Something wrong with Omar, because he broke. And let me tell you, when he came to see me, he was kind. He waited. When he came to my farmer's market, it's on my Michael Jackson Insider website, me and Omar. His mother was there. She ain't on camera because me and Omar just took a simple picture. But she was glaring at me, like with side eyes, not nice, not a smile, not welcoming, just kind of, ooh, I don't know about you. I don't know about you. You know, and I was like, whoa, you know. So something's up with Omar. And I hope to God ain't something up with Dante. Okay. I hope to God. Okay. I don't know that for sure. I'm just speaking out loud. Okay. Now, let's see. Now the Cascios, they were considered Michael's second family. Think they were mad because they wasn't mentioned in the will, maybe? And Michael didn't leave them anything? Maybe. Possibly. Right? We don't know. We don't know. And then they said, oh, the reason why we never told anybody. Let me tell you. If there's 5 kids being molested in one household and the molester comes through the door, one of them's going to retreat and not want to hang around that person. Despite how much fun he is, you're going to remember how they made you feel. And if somebody's making a kid feel uncomfortable by being touched in uncomfortable ways or having to do sexual acts, somebody noticed the kid retreating. 5? And all of them act like it's just normal. Everything's fine. And even think, well, it's my turn to be molested, Michael, because that's what Nicole said he did. So Michael being bold, crazy bold, after he already has been under the microscope of being a molester for the Jordy Chandler issue, because it was never a court case. Okay, never made it to trial. Okay, Michael sued the brother for writing this horrible book. Evan Chandler's brother, for writing this horrible, nasty book. He sued Victor Gutierrez, who told a whole bunch of lies, and he won. Michael sued for the tape that Victor Gutierrez said existed of Michael having sex, some kind of sexual act with the child. Michael said, where the tape at? I'm going to sue you for the tape. You know why he sued him confidently for the tape? Because he know he didn't do it. Because the last thing you want, if you're guilty, is discovery. We're back to that. Is discovery. So Michael was saying, everybody, it's time to come forward. Now, how come they didn't come forward for the 2005 trial? We were scared. We were brainwashed. Well, Michael under arrest now. It's time to go. If you want your molester punished, none of them wanted Michael punished. They all went after the money first. And the reason for the 2005 trial, because after the Jordy Chandler settlement deal, right? Because Michael at that point was so embarrassed. And he just wanted to settle. Johnny Cochran talked him into it. Let's settle. Michael got the insurance money from the cancellation insurance that he probably didn't tell his lawyers he got, because he don't have to tell them what money he got. Lawyers work for him. He don't work for the lawyers. The lawyers work for him. So Michael didn't have to tell any of the lawyers that he got the cancellation insurance money when he had to cancel the tour. Because we learned in This Is It that you got to have cancellation insurance. It's a requirement of the promoter. So when Michael had to cancel his tour because of his drug addiction and going to rehab, remember that? He probably got the $20 million cancellation insurance and paid the Chandlers with that. Okay? He ain't got to tell nobody, no lawyer, that he got that money. That's his money. He don't owe nobody to let them know that he got cancellation insurance money. And that insurance paid, I believe, the Chandlers. Michael just wanted to move on. You know, get back to performing. Get back to his tour. Get back to doing what he absolutely loves. That's in his blood. That's in his genes. Okay? All right. Real quick. The Michael movie is almost at $600 million. Let's take a look. So I say that to say that I don't believe anything the Cascios say. Because there would have been a sign somewhere. Somebody would have saw 25 years of abusing 5 kids. And so far, you know what I think? There's a balance in life. Michael has had so many of his dreams come true. So much good luck, so much love and adoration. I don't think anyone in the whole wide world has ever felt that much love than Michael Jackson at the height, the Thriller height. Okay? He was loved by everyone, squeaky clean image, and we can thank Papa Joe for that. Okay? Thank Papa Joe for that. So he got all this love. His dreams came true. #1 best-selling album in the world and all that. But guess what? The balances of good luck and bad luck, they got to meet. And I believe the balance of Michael's bad luck are these false child molestation charges. Okay? Because nobody got no DNA. Nobody got him with no child porn. Nobody got, oh, you got a picture of him holding a kid that probably just got out of a swimming pool, that maybe had hurt his leg or his knee and he was looking sad. And Michael's like, come here, you all right? You all right? And then they released this picture of Michael with something on his nose that's a little weird. Okay, that's a little weird. And the autopsy doesn't say nothing about the nose. And Michael had a lot of things with the nose going on. Because the first time he had nose surgery, Black people keloid, that means extra skin grows. Tissues develop like little mountains, like little hills, little mountains. Debbie Rowe testified that it was so bad with Michael that he couldn't breathe. So they had to go back in and they had to clean the tissue, clean the tissue, clean the tissue. And so Michael had issues with the nose. So there should have been something remarkable if that body was Michael's with the nose. But the autopsy don't mention nothing about the nose. There's just a little piece of tape in one of the pictures on the nose. Okay? That body wasn't Michael's. Okay? And I'm going to prove it. Okay, so let's go to, what was I going to look up? What was I going to look up? I was going to look up, oh, please somebody remember what I was going to look up. What was I going to look up? Dang. You get old. You can't remember. What was I going to look up? Somebody let me know. Right. That's right. Ashira, Queen. That's right. Because they're making it up. They want to get paid. Now, let me tell you something else. The Cascios, they already got the big house, right? They already got the fancy clothes, right? They already got the big black American Express credit cards, right? When the money ran out, they got to go get some more millions. They got to go get some more because their monthly nut is so big. So they're doing this to keep the shit that they got and get some more. Like I said, Michael was a bad judge of character. Let's see. What was I talking about? Somebody remember. What was I going to look up? I was going to look up something. Somebody remember. Okay. So let me see if I got all my notes here. So far, Frank, like I said, I think I got everything. Yeah, I got all my notes done. Okay. Oh, Michael's movie. That's what I was going to look up. Box Office Mojo. Okay, Box Office Mojo. How much has Michael made? Let's see. It's at $584,597,682, and that's as of when's the last day? Monday the 11th. Okay, as of Monday the 11th. Okay, Michael was the #1 movie. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Gross. For the day? Let me see. It shows Michael #1. And #1 release. Michael was #1, May 11th. You guys tell me if I'm showing this right, if I'm reading it right. May 11th, Monday, #1 release, Michael. Okay, and then the Devil Wears Prada, and then Michael's back here. So it looks like on the 11th, Michael made $3 million. Okay, I don't think that's a cumulative, because why would that be 16 and this be 3 and Michael be 1? I don't know. Okay, but the worldwide here, I don't know if I'm reading it right. He's still number 4, but he's catching up to Pegasus 3 and Project Hail Mary. He's catching up. Super Mario Brothers is way up there. It's almost at $1 billion worldwide, because you bring the whole family to a G-rated movie. Okay, PG-13 means you can't bring the kids. You know, I don't know why it wasn't a G-rated movie. Maybe because of the spankings, but they chose to do that. Okay, so anyway, so now let me tell you guys something. All right, so, let's go. I looked up some things, and I'm just going to go over this with you guys real quick. Just kind of updating. Remember Carlton Guy, guys? Carlton Austin Guy? In the search of the medical examiner, that was AKA Oscar Quintana, AKA Michael Jackson. Remember that? If you guys don't remember, and I think that that's the case file of the Michael Jackson body double that I've reported on many times. Let's just put in the case number, and let's get rid of this and see if there is, if that number shows up. No, it does not. Okay. So that file has been removed, and it was removed like maybe 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago. Okay. So now let's put in the Michael number. That is supposed to be the coroner's. Now, the Michael has never appeared in the database. Okay. This number has never appeared in the database. Why not? Almost 17 years. There was 2 trials. Okay, so now let's do this. Let's put in his name, Michael, and then let's put in the last name, Jackson. Let's see. 0 search. Search. There should be some Michael Jacksons that show up. Okay, which one is this? This is, no, case form. There's Michael Jacksons. So let me see. There are Michael Jacksons. Okay, in here. Let's reset. Well, there are some. So let's do the first name again. Michael. And then let's do Jackson, right? And let's do search. There it is. Okay. So I must have had a typo or something. So these are the deaths in LA County that the medical examiner had something to do with, right? And we know the medical examiner said he signed the death certificate and Michael's autopsy. So these are the Michael Jacksons. Okay. Somebody died on their porch. Dang. Street, vehicle, residence. That's 2017. That's not the same Michael. Because this is 2016 in a hospital. He was 61, died February 3rd. That's not Michael. 2014 resident. He died April 14, 2014. This is another one of the residents. He died May 5th, 2013. Here's one that died in 2010, a Michael Jackson at a hospital. But he died July 10th, 2010. He was 58. Then there is no more Michael Jackson, 2003, hospital, June 21st, 2003. Then there's a Michael that died in 2001, December 5th, 2002, they died. And then 2001, at a park, dang. This is a resident. He died September 4th, 2001. So they don't have Michael Jackson in the database. Neither do they have Carlton Austin Guy. So now, instead of, let me do this, because I'm going to tell you guys something. Okay. This is the unidentified person search. It used to be the unclaimed unclaimed body detail. And that's where we found the Carlton Austin Guy, AKA Oscar Quintana, AKA Michael Jackson. And I've reported on it for years, more than a decade. So let's put source by case number, ethnicity, source by case number. So let's do this case number, 2007 dash, let me put no dash, 08947. Let's see if it comes up. Search. Let's do reset. And let's put in 2007 08947. Okay, and let's press search just to make sure. See, we have something down there. Just make sure it's working. Okay, so we got nothing. And let's do here. Let's put a dash and see if that makes it different, because the other numbers had a dash in them. Nope. And the date that this body supposedly died was December 10th. Remember that? 2007. Okay, so let's see what that shows. Let's close this. December 10th, 2007. Let's see what we get. Nope. Let's do this. Take that out. Let's see. Search. Oh, maybe I need to do 12. Maybe I need to do the number. Oh, let's just put 2007. And search. So I don't know what this unidentified person search is. Looking for a sex, an ethnicity, case number, source by case number, descending, nothing. So we don't have anything for the whole year of 2007. Let's go 2000 and let's just pick a date, see if something comes up. Oh, that's how they want it. Okay. So they want it with a dash. So 12/10/2007. Trying to see who died on that day. So it shows nothing. Shows nothing. Okay. Now, for you guys that are new here, you don't know this story. And let me show you the screenshot. You don't know about this. So let's do Carlton. Here we go. Okay. So this is, I've got multiple ones. So this came from the Los Angeles Department of Coroner. Yep, December 10th, 2007 is the date of death. Okay, so there was this, this was on their website. They've gotten rid of it. But it was Carlton Austin Guy, a.k.a. Oscar Quintana, a.k.a. Michael Jackson. What? Why would Michael Jackson's name be on this? Well, I'm working on this, guys. I'm working on it. Okay, that's all I can say is I'm working on it. Right? His hair color is black. He's supposed to be 48. Michael's supposed to be 50. 70 inches, which is 5'10", right? 60 inches is 5 feet plus 10 is 5'10". That's Michael's height. But he only weighed 75 pounds. Hair color black. Date of birth June 5th, 1959. Date of death December 10th, which is also the date of the Michael album and my mother's birthday. That's why I remember. And before, they had ethnicity unknown. They didn't know photo. There was never a photo, okay, that was available. But this is a screenshot, okay? I've had them for many years, okay? Let me show you. Because Carlton Austin Guy, they changed it to Carlton Guy at a certain point. Here's another one from a different when the website wasn't there. Here it is right here. Oh, there it is. Got it. Carlton Guy. So here's one where I have the entire URL. See, it came from there. There's a URL right there. See it? URL right there. See it? Can you see the whole URL? Let me make sure that you got it. Okay. So here we go. All right. So this here, Carlton Guy, a.k.a. Oscar Quintana, a.k.a. Michael Jackson. The hell? Case number 200708947. Male, ethnicity unknown. Now, you know Michael. If you don't know that he had vitiligo, you'd be confused. Like, why the hair curly like that underneath the wig? But he's so white. Hair color black. Weight 75 pounds. Okay, weight. Cryonic body double. That's what I think. The height 5'10", right? Here it is, right here. This was the unclaimed person's detail. Okay. I'm working on it. That's all I can say is I'm working on it. Okay. So anyway, his middle name ain't even here. How would I know the middle name was Austin? Was Carlton Austin Guy? If the screenshot wasn't real, how would I know that way back ahead of time? Okay. But anyway, let's move on. All right. So what I did was I had a little thing with AI. Because I'm getting tired of being called a conspiracy theorist. I am not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a serious investigator. And I'm a serious reporter. And I try to be as accurate as I possibly can. Right? So if anyone has any problems with what I report, let's go on live. And you can confront me. You can confront me. And I will let you know if there's another explanation, or if you got your facts wrong, or if you don't know something, or if I'm wrong. I will admit it in front of my whole audience if I'm wrong. Okay? So make sure you bring more than speculation. Okay? Make sure you bring it, because I try to correct anything that I've ever been wrong on. So I welcome that. Okay? And we can go on live if you want. Okay? But make sure you bring it. Don't just bring an argument and just mean and insults. Okay? We got to be serious about it, right? Let's be serious about it, because I am a credible journalist and I want to do the right thing. Here's another one. Here's another screenshot, because they change the medical examiner. Here's another one with the URL, right? Here it is here. This is another one. This is 2007, Carlton Guy. Where's Austin? How would I know his name was Austin? Oscar Quintana, Michael, aka Michael Jackson. Same thing. Same ethnicity unknown, male. See? I got them for years. I got, I don't know, maybe 12 of these. Let's see how many I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I ain't going there. 5. 5. I got at least 5. I probably got more somewhere else. I think this one no longer. When was this? This was a search I did in 2023. Okay. And that's when it got taken down. There's a reason for that. And I'm working on it. I just want you guys to know that if I'm late doing things, it's because I'm working on things. Okay. I'm working on stuff. Okay. So anyway, and then I got so much. Oh my God, there's so much here. All right. So anyway, so moving right along. So I had a fight with AI, right? AI. And AI was spewing all kind of wrong information. And I was thinking, if I was a casual person that just went to AI, okay, so let's do AI real quick. Okay, so let me close this, and let me close this. And let me just go here, put parentheses, Pearl Jr. Okay, let's just put Pearl Jr. here. And let's do Pearl Jr. Here it is. Okay, so I had a fight with them, right? And I'm going to show, I recorded it with AI. And you guys are going to be so amazed. So be careful. You got to stop. So anyway, Pearl Jr. is a director and activist known for her work related to Michael Jackson and his legacy. She has been involved in various media projects and events surrounding Jackson's life and career. Okay, she is based in Los Angeles. And this one seems okay, because I told AI, you're defaming me. Okay, so after about 5 battles with AI, finally something is done, but it's still inaccurate. My major films are, let's see what my major films are. Yep, I had a film distributed by Warner Brothers and Netflix. You doggone right I did. Okay. And let's see here. And my films are, also associate Elbow Grease Production, which serves as a writer, producer, and director. No, I own Elbow Grease Productions, but who's going to get mad at that? A selection of her work is available on Netflix. It used to be available on Netflix, indicating a level of recognition and accessibility to a wider audience. Some of her films have been distributed by major companies, including Warner Brothers. That is true. So thank you after a fight, but I got to tell you guys, I got to show you what I went through. So now let's go to Google. Let's see what Google says, right? Because that's DuckDuckGo. So let's go Google search. And let's put parenthesis Pearl Jr. Okay. And let's go AI mode. Here are my pictures, AI mode. There you go. That's true. That is true. Investigated live. Where's the live 3 about Peter Michael Bobby? Where's that one? How come that's the one missing? Okay. What? That's the one missing. How come that's the one missing? Alive 3. Behind the scenes. No, it was that, but it was also Michael Jackson, The Trial and Triumph of the King of Pop. Okay. I have several books that I wrote. I don't know about the Blizzard or the Road Show or Junior Marching Band. Okay. So, but anyway, so in my next live, I am going to, I recorded me and AI having it out, and watch how AI has lied about many, many things that I had to correct. It's really fascinating, okay, to see what AI has done. So I have worked to get AI to stop defaming me. I have worked to do this. Battles, hours of battles with AI explaining how many things are wrong. But AI only knows the information you pump into it, right? You pump into it. So I had to do that. I had to do this, and I am pretty proud. Okay, that it's worked out. That it has worked out. That AI has finally stopped defaming me. You know. So anyway, so my next video is my fight with AI over Michael Jackson facts. Okay. So anyway, guys, that's it. Do I have anything else to report about Michael? Oh, let's talk about Randy, Janet, and Rebe. Rebe is a really big goody two-shoe. She really is. She wants to do everything right. She's really religious. She's very, let's do this right and do that right and do this right. So if she thought Michael faked his death, she wouldn't want any part of it, okay? If she knew it, okay? Janet and Randy are two peas in a pod, okay? I thought Randy had gotten over that Jermaine married his ex with the two kids, Alejandro and Randy Jr., and then Jermaine got with her because Randy left her at Havenhurst, and Jermaine had to move in because he was in between women, right? And at least reportedly, that's what I heard. And they hooked up, right? They hooked up. Randy didn't want no parts of the movie. Okay, so let's go to internet, because I thought there was somebody playing the banjos. Internet Movie Database.com. And I don't think Randy was cast in the Michael movie. Okay, so let's go to Michael. Because I was telling y'all Janet wasn't going to be in it, right? So here's the Michael movie. Here's the Michael movie. And I don't think Randy was part of the cast. So where is the cast? Here it is. Drama period. Where is the cast? I don't get the cast. Top cast. Okay. Here's the top cast. And I told you guys from the beginning, Joe was going to be a demon. I told y'all. I was hoping it didn't happen, but I told y'all. Okay, let's see. No Randy, no Randy, no Randy. Okay, so all cast and crew. Let's see. Let's do all cast and crew. Let's see if there's a Randy. So I was talking to a friend of mine, and this is what we kind of hypothesized. So Randy's not in it. So Randy may not have ever gotten over what Jermaine did to him with Alejandra. He may not have ever gotten over it. No, Randy ain't in it either. He might not have ever gotten over it. Okay. So also the death hoax. Because Janet had them take down that monument before she did her documentary. Remember in Havenhurst? It's back up now. After, 6-7 years, however long it was. Okay, but it's back up now. The monument in front of the rest in peace plaque, type of thing. Okay. Janet may not want to be in it because at the end of Michael, it says Michael will return. And it also says, in loving memory of Tito Jackson, not in loving memory of Michael Jackson. Of course, they're not going to put in loving memory of Joe because Joe was looking like a monster. He was the worst person, and that's social engineering. They don't want black people, black men to raise their kids to be successful like the Jacksons. Okay? Michael's whoopings were just whoopings. We all got them. We all got them. Okay? So, and for less than being a star too. Right? Okay, Michael learned his lessons. And they all turned out pretty good. They all learned to live to be senior citizens. Right? And they're still performing 50 years later. 50, 60 years later, my bad. 60 years later, they still performing. So they must have liked it. Okay? All right? Because they still performing and they still love that they're a part of the Jackson family and they still love their accomplishments. They still love their songs. They still love their music. Okay? So Joe didn't beat the love out of them. He just disciplined them to be the best that they can be. And boy, did they learn. Right? So anyway, so we're thinking that maybe Randy talked Janet into not being it because Jafar is a product of Jermaine and Alejandra. So maybe that has a little bit to do with it. I don't know. I'm just speculating. Okay. But anyway, guys, I think that's it. Let me go to my Facebook real quick to see if I'm missing talking about something. But be on the lookout for my fight with AI. I'm going to post that. Let's see. Did you guys see this picture of me and my friend Dana? These people you always tell, you look like Donna Ross. So that's my friend Dana. That's her daughter, August, my goddaughter. That's me. And that's Lana, my firstborn baby Lana. We're at Disneyland, I think. I think we're at Disneyland or some amusement park. I think we're at Disneyland. I'm not sure. But they posted, I haven't seen that picture in decades. And it's so cute to reminisce like that. Let's see. That's it. That's it. All right, guys. Love you all. But I got to go. I got things I got to do. Okay. Be careful of this person. See? And this person is in my lives now. So since you're here, why don't you pop on or tell me how to pop on? And instead of just slandering me or libeling me, we can set up a date and we could talk about it. But no, it's too fun, right? You're having too much fun defaming me. And I'm going to figure out who you are. And I'm going to sue you like I sued the other girl too. Because there is no proof that I'm a scam. There's no proof that I'm a fraud. There's no proof that I'm a liar. Okay? There's no proof that I was ever affiliated with Andre Van, which you're trying to do guilt by association. Okay? And blame me for it. And yes, for the billionth time, I have 2 documentaries about it. I believe that Peter is both Bobby Anderson and Michael Jackson. And Bobby Anderson is just the front. That's what I believe. Okay? So if that's all you got is saying, but he's Bobby Anderson, I got proof that he's more than just Bobby Anderson. Okay? Predicting when Neverland's going to be sold. Okay, setting me up to meet LaToya and Brenda Ritchie at the Polo Club. Release of A Rare Pearl that came out January 15th, 2013. When Peter first called me January 15th after I wrote a letter to Michael and told him to put my name Pearl in a song. So what he did was he did name the album A Rare Pearl. Okay, I got many, many more things to prove that Peter ain't just Peter. How about when Peter Pan aired, which was supposed to be on Bobby Anderson's birthday? And Janet tweeted, gotta keep plays alive. Gotta keep them alive. Right? Okay. And much, much more. That Bobby Anderson. Oh, South Carolina. Do you guys remember the wink, nod, smile? And I used to do the wink, wink, nod that appeared for the first time, the Macy's commercial, in the Spike Lee Bad 25 documentary. Remember that? Okay. Well, somebody's name on that commercial was Carolina. So much. Okay. Thank you, Joni, for finding that. Okay. So much. Okay. So please stop stalking me. Please. Okay. Oh, want me to say it? Oh, there in 2000 and what was it? 11, way back then, Jermaine's count tweeted, Pearl is not telling the truth. She's fanning the flame. She's not being honest that Michael is dead. That was Steve Dennis, Jermaine's ghostwriter. And when Jermaine found out about the Twitter battle, he said, fans are one. Your heart's in the right place. And that ended it. And Steve Dennis hated me. Why? Because Jermaine took away his tweeting privileges. And it was away. And then a few days after that, the cover of Jermaine's You Are Not Alone book comes out. Okay, I'm just saying, these are the facts. I will tell the facts. Paris, she ain't never said nothing about me. Okay, she said Peter ain't nobody. Peter is crazy. He ain't my dad. Something like that. But guess what? She been hating on Michael for years. Okay? Hating on our black race with a Confederate flag boyfriend and shaving his head like he a skinhead. Yeah, you keep messing with me, I'm going to keep talking about it. Okay? And also, the meanest thing she did directly to Michael is when he lost his #1 RIAA status. Okay? For Thriller. #1, which was his dream, which he worked his butt off to get his whole life. To the Eagles, which I don't believe the Eagles are #1 because they're still saying #1, but we're going to see next year if the Eagles are still #1. After Thriller has made it back in the top 10 and #1 in album sales and stuff. Billboard did something. Yeah, the Michael's music. He's like the #1 streamed artist. And one day he did it. Now he's the 7th most streamed artist in the world. Of course, it switches because, I think it's a daily tally. Okay. Okay. The besties, Bobby. Okay. That don't have nothing to do with me. Okay. All the Jackson says you are not to be trusted as you daft. Okay. Who? Jermaine? That was Jermaine's ghostwriter. Who else? They got a fake something about Jafar, but I don't know. Jafar, did you guys see what Jafar, let's show you what Jafar did. Okay. Let's have it out. Okay, these are the things that you want to talk about. Okay, you said you have 13 hours of calls with MJ and you. Funny. No, I said we spent 13 hours on the phone. He has the calls. I don't have them. I don't have 13 hours of it. Pay attention. Okay, let's see. I like Paris. She's nice. Go ahead. Yeah, she's suing the estate. She's teaming up, apparently, and friends with people that are accusing Michael of being a molester. She's poo-pooed the movie. Okay. If you want to, if you want to. Is it you, Paris, that's out, dogging me? I'll find out. I don't think it's her. I think she got better things to do than worry about me. Okay. What was I going to look up? See, I was just going to look up something. Okay. See how quickly I lose my train of thought? Because I'm 63. I got a lot of stuff going on in my head. Okay. I was looking up something. What was it? What was it? How about the hater stalker? You remember, you watch everything. Okay. Explain why they invited her to Joe. Yeah, I was invited to Joe Jackson's memorial. I was there. Yep. With the whole family. Were you there? Paris wasn't there. Jermaine wasn't there. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Whoever this person is posting the same thing. It is proven that Bobby and Andre are scammers, and your bestie is Bobby. My bestie is Peter. Okay. And the Jackson said you're not to be trusted. Are you daft? What Jacksons? I just explained Jermaine and then, oh, Jafar. That's what I was going to show y'all. Jafar. On the eve of the anniversary to the death announcement, Jafar tweeted. Okay. Yeah, let me show you this. I think I just showed it though. Okay, let me show you this. Okay. This was on June 24th, I think, but I recorded it on June 25th, but I think it was posted late at night on the 24th. And it says, it's easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been fooled. Okay, there it is. Jafar Jackson. It has to be a death hoax clue, right? Because it's right. Let me find one with the date on it. Let me find one with the date on it. Okay, I know it was the 24th. I have one that has the date on it. Okay. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. I don't make this stuff up. June 24th, 2020. Jafar Jackson, if it's his real account, but I'm sorry. This is it. Michael Jackson faked his death. It's easier to fool people than to convince them they have been fooled. I didn't do this. I just took a screenshot of what I found online. Okay. Let's see. What else? I lied 5, I'm hoping, but it feels like it might be June, guys. Haters are like vomit. They smell so bad. Yeah, they're bad. Okay, this person just keeps twisting the whole thing and has a link. A link to what? A few comments from 17 years. Matter of fact, I've been covering Michael for 21 years. 21 years. And I don't think Jack Crooner is Michael. I never said I did. At one point before he talked, I was wondering who that was on the ship with Prince and some other nephews. Okay. You love a con artist then, sweetie. Whatever. You know, that's what you believe. Unless you can show me on the phone with him those 1,300 hours and show that it's Michael on the phone. Or show me that it's Bobby on the phone, the whole 1,300 hours. You ain't got that. You ain't got that. Okay? And I believe Michael has an exact duplicate disguise as Bobby Anderson. I really do. I believe that Michael has that. Okay, I remember you showing that on one of your videos. Jafar said Pearl is not to be trusted. Whatever. Thank you, Jafar. It's easier to fool people than to convince them they have been fooled. And I'm just saying, June 24th, that means that it was available on June 25th. That was the first full day. June 25th is the death anniversary of Michael Jackson. Okay. So you got those two. What else you got? Okay. I was in front of the whole Jackson family, including Catherine, for hours at the memorial. I stayed to the end. Okay. Matter of fact, I was there before it even started. So I was there the whole time. Okay, let's see. What else you got? Oh, that's it? That's all you got? Okay, you got some more? Because I'm going to keep blocking you so that I could show a court of law how you're harassing me and how you're stalking me. So I'm going to keep, matter of fact, let me screenshot this with you here. Let me see if I could screenshot it. I hope I don't lose you guys. You can screenshot while you're on live. Okay, let's see. All right, see, this person is obsessed. They keep posting the same thing as if that's going to really do something. All it's doing is just showing the harassment. How many times you going to post the same thing on here? You know, again and again and again, the same thing. Okay, what else you got? I'll wait. What else you got? What else you want to talk about? I'll wait here. Go for it, Pearl. No one gives a damn, LOL. It is proven Bobby and Andre are scammers and your besties is Bobby. And the Jackson says you're not to be trusted and you're daft. Somebody on a Jafar account may have said that. I don't know if that was Jafar's original account or not. It was before there was a check mark. This one, I'm not sure if that was Jafar's account, but I think it's the same account. So if that's real, then this is real. Okay, let's see. Let's see. You're an actual barefaced liar. You will see. Oh, is that a threaten? Are you threatening my life? So be careful, fans. You're not to be trusted. Bobby Anderson trolls MJJC, and you think it's connected to MJ. Yay, okay. My name ain't Bobby Anderson. My name ain't Andre Van. My name is Pearl Jr. Yes, and that's a real name. Just not a full name, but it's a real name. Okay, let's see. Oh, Lord. Okay, I'll give you, post something else. Come on. Come on. Give me something else. What you got? What you got? Come on. Come on, what you got? Okay, I'll wait. They ain't got nothing. That's why they keep repeating themselves, because they don't have nothing. Okay, Bobby has been racist to Paris. Are you stupid? Okay, maybe he has. But he ain't got no, I hate honkies person tattoo on his wrist. He ain't got no boyfriend or girlfriend with that tattooed on their wrist to where Paris had a boyfriend with a Confederate flag and more than 23 shots of a Confederate flag on his Instagram. And that was her boyfriend she wanted the world to know about. And her family is black, and the money that she is spending, the $65 million, was earned by a black man. And that black man was trained with his brothers, his black brothers, and his black daddy. And you're going to do that and be with someone with a Confederate flag. As soon as you saw that, you should have ran, but you didn't. So the Jacksons, okay, here we go. Let's see. I'm waiting. I'm going to look, because I told you I'll go live with the hater. I'm waiting. Just insults, just nothing concrete. I've already explained it to you, so this is your opportunity. Okay, I'm keeping looking. Okay, I'm not to be trusted. Okay, whatever. I don't care what, I love the Jacksons, right? I really do, and it shows. I haven't made very much money doing my Michaeling for 21 years. The Jacksons ain't never paid me a penny. And I promote all their stuff. Okay, so who's the benefactor here? It ain't me. It costs money to make documentaries. I got to take money. Explain why Jafar said, same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Let's see. I'm trying to give them something. Trying to give you your platform. Okay. The Jackson music, the Jackson must be lying then. Who? Jafar? Who else said it? And you know what? I'm not going to diss them because I am responding to you, but I've been here this whole time. In their face even. I was at the trials. Okay, I was at the Conrad Murray trial. I was with the Catherine versus AEG live trial. I was at the memorial. I go to their events. They could always talk to me. I got pictures with John Bronco. They could talk to me. Okay, tell me what I am saying that is wrong. Prove it to me. Can't just say, oh, you're wrong on this. That ain't enough. Prove it to me. Okay. Bobby is a troll. Oh, so my name ain't Bobby. Don't pay. We support you. No, I'm trying to let this person give them the platform that they so desperately want. Okay. And how was he racist to Paris? I'm sorry. Paris is in a position of power, and if Bobby is just a overweight guy in South Carolina or North Carolina, how is he being a racist to her? She the one that's disrespecting the race of her father, of her aunties, uncle, grandparents, and disrespecting the money that he makes and happy to have it and want more. Okay, let's see. Yeah, they keep repeating themselves. Yeah, they don't have nothing. Why don't you interview Bobby Anderson? You should have gone to his event. I'm not going to his event, and you don't tell me what to do. If you want to interview Bobby Anderson, more power to you. I've already interviewed him. I've got recordings of him on my YouTube page of our conversations. Okay? And in my live 3 and a live 4, I explain why I believe that Bobby is a decoy for Michael Jackson, and they both use Peter Medani, Peter Pan, PYT as the front. Okay? I mean, dang, that's what I believe. That's what I believe. And that's what I prove. You have a problem with it, so what? What's it to you? What's it to you in your life? How does it make your life better or worse? What is it? You know, I didn't go to the event because I didn't want to be sucker punched by Michael's games. The game is now you can put Bobby Anderson up front. So now you can look like a fool, and because it's Bobby Anderson. No, baby. Nope. I got too much other stuff. How we're on the phone talking about a muse, and then I get off the phone 10, 15 minutes later, Paris tweets muse. Okay, there's so much. Okay, you repeat a lie, you're just talking. Where's some facts, girl? Or boy, whoever you are. I'm paid Pearl from Viver, a freelancer. Oh, so now you're perpetrating me? Let me screenshot that. So now you're perpetrating like you're me? You're creating accounts that you're me? I was employed on Viver, dear brain. So what? What does that have to do with anything? Who are you? Who are you? That's the question. Who are you? Who are you? Facts are on BG's page. Oh, her? Sorry. I ain't giving her a shout out. Okay. You want to put her name in there? Go ahead. There ain't no facts on there. This person is crazy as hell. Says all kind of crazy stuff. Okay. Go ahead. Bring it up. Bring it up. No, we are paid to post. Oh, you're paid to post? Somebody pays you to post about me? You're paid to post? What, you a bot? Somebody hired you? Okay. The stupor hater saying Michael is alive. You stupid investigator to investigate for yourself. Pearl is the only one with the evidence. I'm going to post how AI got it wrong. I'm going to post that. How a computer got a lot of stuff wrong and how they said certain things. And when I called them on it, oh, sorry, you're right. Oh, sorry, you're right. There really isn't a template that says alleged victim, alleged date. It really isn't. After they said it was. If I would have just left it alone, I would have been like, Pearl is terrible. And then I said, where is the template? Oh, you're right. There is no template with alleged victim and alleged date after the verdict. Sorry. Of course there isn't. Okay. No, we are paid to post. He's alive. We all feel it. I know everybody in the world feel it. Okay. All right. Come on. What else you got? Say what her name is. Post something else. Come on. We are paid to post. Really? Really? And people are my fans who are Michael's fans, but my followers, that's what I meant to say. My followers who are all Michael fans, they're sick of you putting the evil emoji on their post, and they're sick of you insulting them. Okay? So will you please leave us alone? Oh, I am a believer now. Love you? Really? Really? Okay. Be careful of this person replied to, I am a believer now. Love you. Not. Okay. All right. So this is going nowhere. All right, guys, I got to go. I'll give this person one more time to ask me one more question. Okay. Because I want to give you an opportunity. I've addressed your concerns. Okay. And I've vented about it. So are you okay? Or is it just too much fun? It's just too much fun giving me a hard time and defaming me and breaking the law. Because I find out who you are, I'm suing you. For real. For real. I am going to sue you. Okay? Like I sued the other girl. I'm going to sue you. Okay? For defamation. Okay? And I've got so many screenshots. And I've got all of them. I got all of them. All the fake accounts that you've been creating, I have them. Okay? Even though the Raiders are seething with rage, the world is waking up and realizing that Michael faked his death. So we are 1,000,000 against this scum that's bothering us. Okay, let's see. MJ is alive. I'm convinced. I won't do another gig. Okay. Please don't sue me, Pearl. Okay. Well, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Okay. If you got something that you really want to, productive, but just to harass and to bully and to call me names and defame my work is against the law. I will promise you, Pearl, please do not sue. I love you. Oh, really? Let me take a screenshot of that too. Okay. Whatever. All right. So, and they'll be right back at it. All right, guys. I love you all. I gotta go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.